Hello, my name is Yuping Cheng, and this is Shadow Task 4. So we're just going to get straight into the demo. So for the demo, we made collectible coins, and we made a user interface that reflects how many coins the player has collected. And as you can see, it is updating. And that's pretty much it for the demo. So to pretty much create that, we made a user interface through the canvas. And inside the canvas, we made a text. Uh, so pull up the canvas. So this canvas is what the user interface will look like once the game is running, and we made text for that, showing how many coins the player has collected. And this text is what will be changing or updating whenever the player collects a coin or something. And pull up the script for that. User interface manager. Cool. So here, pretty much, we are grabbing the text. Uh, we are grabbing coin text from the from the text specifically, and then every tick we are updating to see how many coins the player has collected. So the player's coin collection is added onto the string coins space whatever. Uh, so this pretty much grabs the integer from the coins from the player and points it back onto the player HUD. And then after that, we made a coin. And this coin here is actually what allows us to communicate between each. So we made a box collider for the coin, and the coin is just a cylinder that we flattened and rotated. So we set the box collider to be triggerable, so it is trigger. So whenever something collides with it, we read back code for it, and that's what the code looks like for this. So we set the coin's initial value to be 1. It could be changed or anything, honestly, but we just made it 1 so it's easier. Uh, so on trigger the collider, that's the box collider, and so we're checking what it is colliding with, and we are checking specifically for the player. So compare tag is just comparing the tags, so between the separate colliders. So it could be box collider, sphere collider, whatever type of collider it is, but we are just checking the tag of the collider. And so we're checking for the player. So if it is a player, then we want to add the coin. We want to add the value of the coin to the player's collection, which is the coin collection. And then we want to delete the coin itself so that the player can't keep on collecting the same coin over and over and infinitely increasing their coin collection, which is just how many coins they have collected. Right. And then get right into the player script for that. So coin collection. And here is the coin collection script for that. It's basically we want to set it to 0 first, so that every time the game is run, it always resets. And we want to create an instance of itself so that it can be used, so that it can be called and used, so that it can update itself, so that it can update the user interface. And so the function for that to add the coins to itself would be the coin count. And so pretty much from the coin, it'll be reading back and calling this function coin count to add itself, to increment, well, to add the value of itself, of the coin to the player's collection, coin collection. And essentially what this is saying is just saying we want there to only be one instance of the coin collection. Otherwise, we want to delete every other instance there is so that only so that there's only ever one instance of the coin collection. And this is for like if, for example, there were reading back two of the coin collection, then that would create an issue because we don't want that, and we just want one thing to handle how many times the player has collected something, and so it will just only be using this single instance. And I believe that's pretty much it for the scripts. For the inside the game engine itself, we made sure that the player, the collider, player mesh collider, is set to be tagged player. For this we want this tag to be player because even though we have the player here, even though we have an empty class saying that this is the player, um, it's not actually the player as the box collider for the coin is reading. So that is why it is reading collider to collider, and so the player mesh, the capsule collider, has to be tagged as player in order to actually read. And that's it.